and thank you for joining us today. I am Olivier, Managing Director at Nowtech. We specialize in cutting-edge communication solutions for organizations across all industries and size. We have proudly partnered with Zoom since 2015, and Zoom Events is a platform we genuinely stand behind. The COVID era showed us something undeniable. Virtual events work. They are efficient, accessible, and scalable. Attendees can join from anywhere in the world, while organizers can focus their resources on delivering exceptional content rather than costly logistics. With more than 20 years in the industry, we've seen many technologies come and go, but Zoom consistently delivers innovation paired with ease of use. In fact, you are experiencing Zoom event in action right now. I'm sure joining this webinar was a simple decision. No commuting, just one click. That's what we call a win-win. Before we dive in, a quick note on housekeeping. This is a webinar format, so while you can see and hear us, we cannot see and hear you. If you have any questions during the session, please use the Q&A button on the toolbar. We will do our best to answer them. If you would like to enable live captions, just click the CC closed captioning button. Joining me today is Angela Ricon, event specialist at Zoom. Hello, Angela. And Francesco Mastrelli, technical sales architect at Zoom. Hello, Francesco. Angela, take it over.
Thank you so much, Olivier. I am thrilled to be here as we explore how to transform your standard webinars or virtual events into truly an engaging experience. So as Olivier mentioned, I am Angela Rincon. I am the event specialist for Zoom. And today we will cover, our most powerful solution for managing and elevating virtual experiences. It sits alongside other offerings in our portfolio, including Zoom webinars, Zoom sessions, Zoom Mesh, and our latest edition, the video content management, the video CMS. So in this brief session, I'll walk you through the core features of Zoom Events and how we can take your webinars and your events to the next level. So let's get started. Virtual events are not just a trend. They are a permanent part of the way we connect. So in 2024 alone, Zoom hosted 6.7 million webinars and virtual events with 268 million attendees. Those are really impressive numbers. And what's even more exciting is that the momentum continues to grow. After a brief dip during the shift to hybrid work and return to office transitions, demand for virtual experiences are once again on the rise. So what truly sets Zoom Events apart is flexibility. It's a highly adaptable platform built to support virtual events or any format that you have. If it's a simple webinar, from a large scale conference to a branded webinar and everything in between. Unlike our competitors, Zoom offers a fully integrated solution that delivers both simplicity and power, no matter the type of experience that you're trying to create. We now live in a digital first world where the rules of engagement have completely changed. So you can reach anyone, anywhere, without the logistical challenges of in-person events. Your cost per attendee has significantly decreased. And when it comes to data, the insights are even deeper than ever. Who attended, how long they stayed on that webinar, where they engaged enough, and which session or content make the biggest impact. But here's the catch. And it is a big one. So none of that matters if your content and experience kind of falls short. It may sound blunt, but it's true. So the digital experience gives you more reach, data, and efficiency, but the real success comes from delivering an experience that captivates your audience. You know, that is exactly where Zoom Events excels. It really helps you create that virtual or in-person or hybrid experience that are not only seamless, but they're also scalable and also truly memorable. And that's what we want to do. You know, we're competing in a world overflowing with content, right? Your potential attendees are constantly hit with distractions, social media, emails, webinars, you name it. All of these demand their attention and their time, right? So the real question here is, how do you create an experience that cuts through the noise and is genuinely worth showing up for? The solution isn't the content. The solution is really about delivering the right experience, one that's engaging, one that is valuable and memorable, that is also building and creating a community. What we learn from organizations like Forbes or small-size, mid-size companies is that the most successful virtual events or webinars go far beyond simply sharing information. They focus on building connections and fostering a community. That is the real objective, not just attracting attendees, but creating that engagement piece that builds trust and strengthens your relationship over time for future webinars that you know that they're going to show up. So let's break this down practically. As a host, there are 3 critical phases that determine the success of your event: before, during, and after. So before, this is where majority of organizers might fall short. Too often they have generic invitations, registrations forms that are clunky, and there's no clear strategy to attract more attendees. With Zoom Events, you can, we offer tailored solutions, registration flows that are targeted for different audience, different sessions, which we will show you later on in the session. We also have a collaborative environment where you and your team can easily and thoroughly plan the process of one webinar to the most elaborated conference. So a lot of tools powered by AI to kind of streamline setups and logistics. During the event, this is the show time, where you need to shine, and also when you risk losing your audience. Technical support hiccups or low engagement can derail that entire experience. With Zoom Events, we have professional production features like transition of scenes, stage control, and define roles in real time. As well as the post-event, we create something where there's not a missed opportunity to create valuable insights on the content that you put so much work on using. So what we do in here is we give you access to rich analytics to inform your future strategy of your events, with repurposing sessions, recording, and a lot of that will give you that analytics that you need to understand what kind of content is really the most attractive one for my audience. So this is what we want to do in Zoom Events. Now, if we look at the other side of the perspective, which is the attendee side, and that is where a lot of people really want to engage. So before the event, you can have the chance to kind of make a strong impression, why they should join in here, why you need to kind of put a compelling story to make you earn that spot in their calendar, right? So with Zoom Events, we create that engaging landing page that builds excitement from the first click. A pre-event lobby filled with super helpful content, chat features, and networking opportunities. During the event, are your attendees passively watching, or are they actually participating actively? With these specific features, you have the breakout rooms, for smaller focused discussions. structured networking opportunities, and an interactive lobby and expo area for exploring partners and sponsors, if that is the event that you're running, as well as hybrid tools that bring in-person and remote attendees together. So everything that you can share, for example, in real time, a chat to encourage questions, conversations, and as well feedback. These are the really key important stuff. And lastly, of course, after the event, can attendees easily revisit your content? Can they share the insights or explore what's next on your calendar? With Zoom Events, you have access to an on-demand content hub where you have recordings, resources, upcoming events, and also continue to engage your brand with the community long after one of your events ends. So the best event, really consider the full attendee journey before, during, and after. And Zoom Events is designed to enhance every step of that. So before we move into the demo, one thing that I really want to highlight is why Zoom Events, or why the Zoom Events platform is different. Zoom Events is more than just a webinar tool. Yes, it allows you to do the most basic webinar, but it also is a complete event and communication ecosystem that brings together everything you need to create an integrated, impactful event experience. Is it for employee engagement, for learning and development, for hybrid work? So a lot of these tools can help you create an ecosystem where not everything is disconnected, but you have something that makes sense for external or internal webinars. And this is just kind of like where we shine. It isn't just about hosting a webinar or an event. It's about building lasting experiences and connections across your whole organization and audience. So with that said, I am now going to let my colleague Francesco give you a tour of the platform as we discussed and show you some of the key features of what I have mentioned. Francesco?
Thank you very much, Angela. Thanks a lot. Francesco Maestrelli, technical sales architect here at Zoom. Just wanted to give you a quick overview of what the platform looks like. So we said that Zoom Event gives you the options to create all these additional pages, landing pages, customization, and we start from what we call a hub. The hub is sort of the container of all your content. So it can be upcoming events, it can be past events, it can be other on-demand content that you have available. And all the content that you produce over time is collected in this hub and presented through the Content Hub page, which is what we are looking at. If you see, this page can be fully customized. So we have a logo over here. Now we are displaying the Zoom Event logo, but that one can be your logo. You can choose the color of these pages. You can choose images. You can have a video that perhaps introduces your attendees to the content that you are displaying here, and then following through with the different type of events that you can organize. I have here like three examples. The first one is a single session event. So one day, one session. And as we saw, these sessions can be in a meeting or webinar format. You can use both. If I look at this event, for instance, the single session event, I have it open here. You can see that you can fully customize the landing page of that event. That is like the registration page. And we have a tool I'm going to show you later that is very simple to use. It's called Page Builder, and just with a simple drag and drop allows you to create and customize these landing pages with no need for any technical knowledge on how to build websites. If you want, you can also embed in these pages external elements or third-party elements, let's say. So for instance, here we have some videos, but you can also have other iframes with other elements that you can embed in this page. So you can make sure to fully customize this page as much as you can. You also have a section where you can present your speakers if you want to. You can add a biography, and so attendees can get information about who is presenting this session. If we go back quickly, we saw the single session event. There's also the recurring session. So if something reoccurs, for instance, every Monday, you have a recurring type of event, you can schedule that. And very similar, you can customize these pages. You can see all your occurrences. And you can make it so that participants need to register for each individual occurrence, or once they register, they have access to all the occurrences. Very granular in terms of customization and what we can do. The more evolved, if we want to say, form of event is the multi-session event, multi-day and multi-session, which is the last one. This one allows me to create events that last up to 6 days, not necessarily consecutive days, but up to 6 days of events, let's say. And per each day, I can create a very thorough agenda with a different session, even concurrent session, if I want to create some breakout rooms or deep dive sessions that attendees can deep dive into. If we have a look at one of these events, you can see similar format. I have a customizable landing page. I can display some pictures. I can provide information about the sessions that are part of this event. And differently than other events, when I join this type of events, I join a lobby that provides me with some form of interaction with other participants. I have a lobby chat. I have a preview of what's happening. At the moment, no session is running, but if the session was running, I would have a preview even of what is happening in that session. I can, as an attendee, select the sessions I'm interested in, and this will help me build an itinerary that then I can follow in order to connect to the different sessions at the right time. Not only that, but multi-session events also provide you with a virtual expo that allows for your attendees to network with each other. In fact, they're all represented by this little dot, let's say, and when I click on the little dot, I can start chatting with the other attendees, or I can enter one of the booths and perhaps deep dive into a Q&A session with an expert, or get more information about something that was mentioned in one of the main sessions, and so on. So you might wonder, there's quite a lot of things. How do I set all this up? It's very simple. Zoom event comes with a dedicated portal that we can reach at events.zoom.us. And here you can see that I have an overview of everything that I configured that we were looking at. So I have the 3 different session types. If I want to modify one, I can just click on a session, for instance, and then I'm taken to the setting page. Again, you can see very simple. I get an overview of my event, how it was set up. But then here on the left-hand side, I'm basically guided step by step to set up this event. For instance, let's say that I want to modify that landing page that we were looking at before. I can click here on event page, and this is the tool that I was talking about. So page builder, very simple, allows me to select different objects and drag them onto the page to just make simple changes to my page. So very, very simple to use. The same level of branding and customization is also available for all your communications. So if I click down here on communication and look at email that we're going to send out, for instance, you can easily see that I can modify, for instance, the event invitation. So I click on it, and then again, you can see that similarly to what was happening before, I have free access to all the different elements of this email, and I can choose and I can customize it exactly as I want. I can also decide when these emails are sent out, but as you see, everything is always super simple, very, very straightforward, with no complex configuration or setup needed. The other thing that is quite interesting if we go back to our hub, is the concept of video on demand, let's say, or a CMS. Down here, we have some content that is available for participants to consume on demand. And if I click on browse videos, for instance, you can see that I access a page that in essence allows me to present content that I have available on demand. Now, I access this page simply by clicking, let's say, on a button, but I can configure how people access this content as I see fit. It can be open, it can be closed, I might require a registration. So there's a lot of flexibility and granularity built into the product as well. And same as before, how do I configure all this? Very simple, from the same admin interface, from the video management side. At this point, I can configure my channels, my playlist, and then display the content on demand and make it available to all my attendees. This is just a very quick overview. There's a lot more. If you are interested in discovering more about Zoom event, you can of course reach out, and we'll be happy to create a custom demo for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Francesco. Thank you, Angela. So thank you very much for joining us today, and a big thanks to Angela and Francesco. It's always a pleasure having you with us. If you have any follow-up questions, feel free to reach out. We will be sending a follow-up email with the session highlights, as well as the recording of the event, and also the way of contacting us, to be in touch with us directly. We've got more events and exhibitions in the pipeline, so keep an eye out. Exciting things are coming. Thanks again, everyone. Thanks again, Angela, Francesco.
Thank you.
To everyone to participate. Take
Thanks a
care
lot.
and see you next time.